The Giza Plateau in Egypt is home to three amazing pyramids, the pyramids of Khufu, Khafre and Menkaure, along with other smaller pyramids and structures. One of the most famous is the Sphinx, which has captured the imagination of people all over the world for thousands of years. But what really is the Sphinx? How does it relate to the pyramids? And how did it actually get there? Well, let's find out. Number 10. The Sphinx was built as a monument to Pharaoh Khafre. Most people believe that the Sphinx was built as a monument to Pharaoh Khufu, the builder of the largest pyramid of Giza. However, evidence suggests that it was instead built as a monument to Pharaoh Khafre, the builder of the second largest pyramid. In fact, the nose of the Sphinx may have originally been shaped like the pharaohs, and his name may have even been inscribed on it. This theory is supported by a number of factors, including the fact that the Sphinx faces Khafre's pyramid and not Khufu's. Additionally, the dimensions of the Sphinx are much closer to those of Khafre than they are to Khufu. Some scholars also believe that the Sphinx was built during Khafre's reign, which lasted from 2558 to 2532 BC, while Khufu's son, Menkaure, reigned from 2532 to 2503 BC. Number 9. The Sphinx is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The Sphinx is one of the oldest and most iconic monuments in the world, and it is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. As such, it is no surprise that it is a popular tourist destination. In fact, the Sphinx receives more visitors each year than any other Egyptian monument. To protect this valuable cultural heritage site, it was designated a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 1978. This designation ensures that the Sphinx will be preserved for future generations to enjoy. There are several other ancient sites in Egypt that are also UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the Pyramids of Giza, the Valley of the Kings, and the Abu Mina. Number 8. The Sphinx has suffered from erosion and earthquakes over time. Built from limestone, the Sphinx has been gradually eroding since ancient times. This process has been accelerated in recent years due to pollution and the vibrations from traffic in Cairo. Earthquakes have also caused some damage to the monument. In 1303, an earthquake caused the collapse of its right ear and part of its left side. In 1680, another earthquake caused further damage to its face and body. These natural disasters have taken a toll on the Sphinx, and it is now in danger of collapsing entirely. Conservation efforts are underway to try to preserve the monument, but it is unclear how much longer it will stand. It is possible that in a few decades it could collapse entirely, which would be a devastating loss for Egypt and the world. Number 7. The Sphinx was carved from a single rock. The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the most recognizable monuments in the world. This massive statue of a lion with the head of a pharaoh is thought to have been built around 2050 BC during the reign of Pharaoh Khafre. The Sphinx is believed to have been carved from a single block of limestone, and its paws alone are estimated to weigh over 20 tons. Despite its size, the Sphinx is remarkably detailed, and its builders clearly took great care to make sure that it was a lasting monument. Unfortunately, the Sphinx has suffered centuries of erosion and vandalism, and it is now in danger of falling apart. But thanks to the efforts of conservationists, we can hope that this ancient wonder will be enjoyed by generations to come. Number 6. The Sphinx has been the subject of many legends and myths. The Sphinx is shrouded in mystery, and there are many legends and myths associated with it. Perhaps the most famous is the story of Oedipus, who is said to have solved the riddle of the Sphinx and killed it. According to Greek mythology, the Sphinx was a creature with the body of a lion and the head of a woman. It lived near the city of Thebes and demanded that travelers solve a riddle or be devoured. Oedipus, who was a young prince at the time, was traveling to Thebes when he came across the Sphinx. He solved the riddle correctly, and so the Sphinx threw itself off a cliff to its death. Whether or not this story is true, it has had a lasting impact on Western culture. The image of the Sphinx is often used to represent wisdom and intelligence, and the word Sphinx itself comes from the Greek word seismos, meaning tightly compressed. Number 5. The Sphinx has been damaged by treasure hunters and souvenir hunters. Over the centuries, the Sphinx has been defaced by treasure hunters and souvenir hunters looking to make a quick buck. Their actions have caused significant damage to this ancient monument, which is considered to be one of the 7 wonders of the world. The worst damage to the Sphinx was done in the mid-19th century when a treasure hunter named Giovanni Cavallari attempted to dig a tunnel to the pharaoh's chamber inside the monument. He caused extensive damage to the structure and even removed several blocks of limestone. Other treasure hunters followed in his footsteps, causing even more damage in their search for riches. Today, the Egyptian government is working hard to protect the Sphinx from further damage. Security measures have been put in place to prevent treasure hunters from entering the area, and restoration work is being done to repair the damage that has already been done. Number 4. The Sphinx may have been built by slaves. The construction of the Sphinx is shrouded in mystery, and there is no one definitive answer to how it was built. However, most historians agree that the statue was built over the course of several decades, starting around 2050 BC. It is believed that the Sphinx was carved from a single piece of limestone and that a team of masons worked for years to complete the task. The masons were likely paid for their work, but it is unclear whether or not they were slaves. Some historians argue that the Egyptians kept a slave labor force to build large projects like the Sphinx, while others claim that the workers were paid laborers who simply chose to live a simple life after the project was completed. Regardless of how the Sphinx was built, it is a remarkable accomplishment of engineering and artistry. The statue is over 70 meters long and weighs an estimated 200 tons. It is one of the largest and most detailed statues ever created, and it remains an enduring symbol of ancient Egypt. Number 3. The Sphinx is located on the Giza Plateau. The Giza Plateau is a vast expanse of desert located just outside of Cairo, Egypt. It is home to some of the most famous monuments in the world, including the Great Pyramid of Giza, the Sphinx, and several smaller pyramids. The plateau is also home to a number of lesser-known structures, including the Solar Boat Museum, the Great Sphinx, and the Valley Temple. The Giza Plateau is a popular tourist destination, and visitors can explore the various monuments by camel or horseback. You can also take a hot air balloon ride over the plateau for a truly unique experience. The Giza Plateau is a truly remarkable place, and it is home to some of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. From the pyramids to the Sphinx, there is something here for everyone. So if you ever have the chance to visit, be sure to do so. You won't be disappointed. Number 2. The Sphinx was restored by Napoleon Bonaparte's soldiers. The Sphinx is one of the most iconic monuments in the world, but it's also one of the most neglected. For centuries, the statue's face was covered in debris and vegetation until Napoleon Bonaparte's soldiers arrived in 1798. They cleaned the Sphinx's face, and it was able to be seen again for the first time in centuries. Unfortunately, the good times didn't last. During the French campaign in Egypt, the soldiers became increasingly desperate for food and began eating the statue's nose to make soup. After Napoleon left Egypt in 1801, the Sphinx was once again abandoned, and it wasn't until 1925 that it was restored by British Egyptologist Howard Weiss. With the help of a few dozen workers, Weiss spent 2 years carefully piecing together the broken nose and filling in the gaps with plaster. The restoration was a huge success, and today we can once again admire the full face of the Sphinx. Number 1. The Sphinx has a secret entrance. A recent discovery by archaeologists has revealed a secret entrance to the Great Sphinx of Giza. This hidden passageway is located in the statue's paw and leads to an underground chamber. It's unclear what the purpose of this chamber is, but it's believed that it may have been used as an entrance to the pharaoh's tomb. The discovery was made using advanced scanning techniques, which allowed researchers to see inside the statue without damaging it. It's hoped that further exploration of the Sphinx will reveal more secrets about this mysterious monument. What do you think? Let us know in the comments below. The Great Sphinx of Giza is one of the most famous monuments in the world. For centuries, its image has been used to represent wisdom, power, and immortality. And though its exact origins are unknown, it's clear that this monument is an important part of Egyptian history. What do you think about these amazing facts? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching.